Hi everybody and welcome to this video. Today's topic is the quantum self. How to contact your quantum self. Now, before starting, if you are new to the YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, and if you wish to be part of my spiritual podcast called Constantly Awakening, feel free to send me a message. Also, if you wish to work with me on a one-on-one level, feel free to contact me at my Facebook address in the description below. Now, the quantum self. This quantum self is called by different names in different traditions. Okay, so for example, in Christianity it's called the Holy Spirit, in spirituality it is called the higher self, in Hinduism it's called the Atman, and so on. Now, we live in a energetic reality, and someone said that the spirit world is the only real world. Okay, so the energetic world is the only real world. We don't live in a materialistic reality. Instead, we are living in a energetic reality, and our energy attracts in our lives a match to the frequency that we are living into. So if you really want to contact your quantum self, you gotta realize that you are actually energy, and your energy attracts your outcomes. So my suggestion is, if you really want to contact this quantum self, you gotta begin to shift your energy. Okay, you gotta begin to shift your energy, and you gotta realize that your energy actually attracts into your life your outcomes. Okay, so like attracts like, because what is happening on the inside will also attract the outside as well. So my suggestion is, get to increase your energy levels, get to have a different mindset, get to have a better mindset. Okay, get to be in that true connection with your true intuition. Now, this quantum self or this higher self speaks to us through our emotional body. It speaks to us through our intuition. And the more that we are listening to the feeling, the more that we are listening to the gut, is the more that we make the connection with the quantum self. Okay, is the more that we make the connection with the quantum self. So my suggestion is, get to have a deeper relationship with yourself, get to have a deeper relationship with your feelings, with your state of consciousness, with your creativity. Okay, because what I've seen in my own journey was the fact that the moment that I was in alignment with my creative process, and the moment that I was in alignment with my feelings, was the more that I was contacting my spirit, was the more that I was in contact with the quantum self. Now, there's this concept that says that we are actually creating our reality. It means that our minds creates the reality that we are experiencing. Okay, because the outer only reflects the inner. And what I've seen is the fact that the moment that I mastered my inner world, and the moment that I began to step into my own personal evolution, I was actually beginning to create a different reality. Okay, I was beginning to co-create the reality that I wanted to experience with the universe. So at some level, you have the power to co-create the reality that you want to experience. And this quantum self, actually gives you the opportunity to build and create the life that you want to create. But how do we do this? Well, we gotta visualize, and we gotta attune our energy to the reality that we want to experience. Because again, like attracts like. Whatever your energy is, that is what you will actually attract into your life. So my suggestion is, go ahead and do the work. Go ahead and be your best self. Go ahead and be in alignment with your heart and with your intuition. Okay, because guys, what I've seen is the fact that there is the mind intelligence. Okay, there is the mind intelligence, and there is the heart intelligence, and the heart intelligence is actually way more powerful than the mind. So you don't always have to go in the logical step. Okay, you have to more likely go into the intuitive step, into the feminine step, because that will give you the power to actually begin to create anything that you desire. So it's about really learning to make a deeper connection with your intuition, learning to make a deeper connection with your own inner self. And I've seen that it's so important to master the feeling. Okay, to master the feeling, to realize that the feeling is way more powerful than the thought. And what I've seen is the fact that the moment that I accepted my feelings was the more that I was in contact with the quantum self, because again, the quantum self speaks to us through our feelings, through our intuition. So the intuition is important to be listened to. The intuition is your guidance, and you know, when you listen to your guidance, you can begin to manifest. But if you are being stagnant and if you are not evolving, then you are being in reverse, and live spelled reversely is evil. So if you are being evil, you cannot contact your quantum self. Okay, so my suggestion is get to live more. If you really want to make a deeper connection with your quantum self or the higher self, you gotta be in alignment. You gotta be in connection with your soul signature. You gotta be in connection with your true self-expression. You gotta be in connection with who you really are. Okay? So the quantum self happens when we are mastering the inner world, when we are becoming aware of the fact that knowledge is actually power. Because, you know, knowledge is power. And I've seen in my own journey that the more that I was in tune with spiritual concepts, the more that I mastered universal laws, the more that I mastered these concepts, was the more that I was aware of the fact that there is actually so much more to know. You know, so much more to know, because, you know, again, knowledge is power. And when you open your curiosity, you realize that there is actually infinite concepts. There are actually infinite concepts. There are actually infinite potentialities. There are actually an infinity of tools that you can actually use. So my suggestion is get to be humble and get to really open your mind to infinite possibilities, because that is where the magic is happening. Step into the unknown. Okay, step into the unknown and let go of fear. Okay, I believe that if we are in resistance and if we are living in fear, then we cannot contact our quantum self. Okay, but if we are really letting go of fear, and if we are realizing that fear is actually an illusion, we are being now more in connection with who we really are. We are being more in connection with the quantum self. Okay, so yeah guys, realize that there are infinite possibilities into your life, and you don't only create physically, you don't only create at a material level, you also create at a quantum level. Okay, you create at an energy level, you create with your state of beingness. So my suggestion is get to increase your state of beingness, get to make peace with your inner world, get to be in tune with who you really are, and you will contact your quantum self. Okay, so we live in a energetic reality, but if our energy doesn't match the frequency of our desired thing, we cannot manifest into our lives. We cannot contact our quantum self. But what I've seen in my own journey was the fact that each moment was actually an opportunity for me to raise my levels of consciousness to the next level. Each moment was an opportunity for me to actually go deeper within my own spiritual self, within my own spiritual side, you know. So each moment gives you the opportunity to raise your frequency and raise your vibration to the next level. But if you are being stagnant and if you are living in ignorance, then you cannot actually open your mind to infinite possibilities. But if you are really letting go a bit more, and if you are really becoming aware of your power, you realize that you can now begin to contact your quantum self. You can begin to co-create with the universe at an energy level. So it's all energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, the universe vibrates at a certain frequency. You vibrate at a certain frequency. Your energy vibrates at a certain frequency. And what I've seen is the fact that if I really wanted to manifest something, my energy had to match the frequency, because that is the alignment. Okay, that is the connection between the inner and the outer. That is the connection between your intention and your manifestation. Okay, so yeah, get to be open to all kind of perspectives. And really an important thing is to realize that the universe is actually energetic. Okay, when you master the principle of vibration, you realize that your energy attracts your manifestations. If you don't match the frequency, you cannot attract it. But when you let go and when you live in a more connected state of consciousness, when you live in a more in tune state of consciousness, you realize that you can actually be in connection with your quantum self. You can be in connection with your desires. You can be in connection with what you want to manifest. Okay? So the quantum self is the higher self. It is the spirit. It is your true authentic signature. It is who you really are. Okay? Everybody has a quantum self and everybody has a higher self. And when we begin to be in connection with the self, we realize that we're actually infinite spiritual beings having a human experience. We're infinite spiritual beings, and we are actually the universe itself experiencing itself through a human being. Okay guys, so this was today's message about contacting the quantum self. Realize that you gotta be open to infinite possibilities. You gotta be open to spiritual knowledge. You gotta be open to higher vibrational concepts. And you gotta begin to know yourself a bit more, because when you know yourself, you will also get to know the universe. So it's all in relationship with your state of consciousness. It's all in relationship with who you really are deep down in your soul. Everything that is happening and is reflecting your own perception. My suggestion is get to alchemize your inner world, and you will begin to see that magic is real. You will begin to see that you're actually a magical infinite being. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and this was today's message about contacting the quantum self. Remember, you have a quantum self, you have an Atman, you have a higher self, you have a Holy Spirit. And that spirit will speak to you the moment that you begin to let go, and the moment that you open your heart to the vibe of love and infinite possibilities. I love you so much, and like always, namaste to you all, and see you on what is coming up next. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the YouTube channel, and I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are on your creative process. I hope that you are developing more and more from the inside out, and I hope that you are experiencing bliss and love. I love you so much, much peace, and see you on what is coming up next. Namaste.